I've procrastinated for my entire life, but last year I finally managed to solve this issue once and for all, and now my days look like this. But the point is, I barely procrastinate anymore. I complete every single task that I set out to do, and it was all because of a simple framework I learned from someone called Socrates. It doesn't require you watching a 7-long-hour podcast about productivity and ending procrastination, because this framework I learned only took me 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes allowed me to quit procrastinating forever. But just before I go into what this framework is, I just want to tell you a quick story. You see, around 10 months ago, I was in this exact same position. I was sitting down, looking in the same direction. I guarantee there's a few people that remember the same video, the first video I made on this channel. I'm looking directly into the same camera, but I'm not saying anything at this camera at all. All I'm doing is staring at this camera, thinking whether I should even make this video in the first place. You see, I actually procrastinated making this YouTube channel for around 6 months. Every single day I would say to myself, right, let's sit down, let's record this new video that's helped some people, right? Every single time I went to record, I would have stood to every single sentence. It took like 10 seconds to like say one sentence. Every single excuse would be filling my mind, telling me not to record, not to post this YouTube video, even though I've already recorded it. And I distinctly remember every single time I just stopped recording, I would take my phone off the big pile of books I had it on, and this destroyed my self-image, because every single day I would go to bed just hating my life, being super miserable because I would just procrastinate all the time. And I'm guessing if you're watching this video, be honest, this is probably the same thing for you. You probably really want to start that business, but you just can't do it. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel like me, but you just haven't done it yet. Maybe you look in the mirror hating the way you look, but every single time you try to go to the gym, you procrastinate and you don't do it. Whatever problem you're facing in this video, I'm going to solve it for you, because the exact same thing happened to me. And if I can get out of this 6-month-long rut where I just procrastinate every single day, what the hell is stopping you? So just before I go into this framework that I used to like get out my procrastination cycle, I just want to say, if you want to join the Discord below and get access to a ton of free resources, get personal advice from me about productivity, procrastination, stuff like this, go to the first link in the description. So boys, I'm going to go into the framework that completely destroyed my procrastination in 5 minutes. So the first part of this framework, I just want you to realize, this is very important, I want you to write this down. Procrastination is just called from a negative emotion associated with the thing you're trying to do. Because I just want you to think for a second. The task you're trying to do itself is super easy. When you're working on your business, all you're doing is typing on a keyboard. When you're reading a book, all you're doing is just reading sentence after sentence. You're not doing anything strenuous. But what the hell does your mind keep on avoiding it? Well, it's simply because you think it's meant to be super difficult when it's not. Every single day when I tried to record these videos and I didn't, like, procrastinate for like 6 months, the only reason I did that was because I thought people wouldn't like my videos. I thought my voice was just super annoying. Who would want to listen to like a 16-year-old yap about life? So as a result, every single time I wanted to record a video, my mind would come up with all these excuses that would stop me from recording. The only thing that is stopping you from taking action is your perception on the work or the task you're trying to do. Literally just think to the thing you're avoiding. There's at least one negative emotion you feel when you're about to do it that stops you from doing it. But the thing is, if we just think to like the basic survival instincts of our life, the only thing our brain wants to do, the only thing our body wants to do is literally to just survive. And that means if the task is super difficult or it poses like a threat to our mind, then we're not going to do it. We're just going to be procrastinating because our brain wants to survive. It doesn't like discomfort, right? Deep-rooted problem in your life that is causing you to procrastinate, whether that's fear of judgment, whether that's fear of efforts, whatever it is, you won't be able to stop procrastinating if you can literally just locate this one emotion that you feel, whether that's like addicted to instant gratification, for example. If you can locate that one problem, I'm going to show you how to get rid of that bottleneck that is stopping you from doing the action. So this was the first part of the video. I just want you to realize that the reason why you procrastinate is simply because of your perception of the work. And the reason why this perception exists is simply because you've had a negative experience with the thing you're trying to do. So now I'm going to go over the actual solution to procrastination and what really worked for me. See, one of my favorite philosophers is called Socrates, and most people know this guy for questioning everything about life. He would basically just interrogate his own life, like, why the hell are we here? What's the point of that? What's the point of this? But one of the most impactful things he developed that barely anyone knows about is something called Socratic questioning or Socratic reasoning. This was made for the use in schools, where Socrates would get students to ask questions about a particular topic so they could find a solution for themselves. This framework will be able to be used for multiple different things, like solving procrastination. You see, last year when I was procrastinating on making this YouTube channel, I kept on asking myself why I kept on procrastinating. Why did I keep on feeling these emotions that stopped me from doing it? Why did I fear judgment from other people? I kept on asking myself why, and eventually I got to the root cause, which was me having a terrible self-image about myself. I had terrible mental health in my life, but as soon as I fixed this problem, as soon as I improved my mental health and got a better self-image, I was able to record these videos. I was able to actually speak to a camera, as weird as it sounds. And the only thing you need to do is find this negative emotion and use Socratic reasoning to get rid of it. So literally right now, pause the video, grab a piece of paper and write down the problem you're facing with the thing you're trying to avoid, right? And underneath it, write why. Just simply write why, don't question it, just do what I'm telling you to do, because this will change your life. You're most likely to get to another problem that you're facing. Now you need to ask yourself why again. And keep on asking yourself why until you find the root cause to why you procrastinate. Once you've found this negative emotion, all you need to do is find a solution to get rid of it. Every single time you go to do the thing you keep on avoiding, be aware of this negative emotion and push past it. That's the only thing I did. And I know it sounds corny, bro, it sounds weird to be honest, but this is the only thing that worked for me. And I know you've heard this advice before, when people literally just say, bro, just take action, stop procrastinating. But this is literally the only thing you need to do, because as soon as you take action once, you get rid of that negative emotion, you get rid of that fear of doing it, because you realize, wow, this is actually really easy, let's do it again. And that's exactly how I grew my procrastination of recording these YouTube videos. I simply just pushed past the first tiny little thing, just realize that action you're doing is actually super easy. Because really all it is using our brain. All it is typing things on the keyboard. All it is reading a book. It's just reading words. It's not hard at all. But it's just because of our tainted perceptions that is causing us to procrastinate. And the way you solve that is by removing the negative emotion that you feel when you're about to do the action. And this is why Socrates is one of my favorite philosophers, bro. If you simply just follow this framework, you will solve your procrastination forever. I promise you, bro. Because the exact same thing happened to me. So like I said at the start, if you want to join the Discord and get access to a ton of free resources and get personal advice from me, click the first link in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you follow this framework, because I know it will change your life. Goodbye, have a nice day, you're going to open the face again. Goodbye.
What about?